Back, I'll be streaming Resident Evil Revelations 2, and at the same time, I'll be discussing Nintendo's E3 video. Well, this is more of a prediction video and what we would like to see, because this time, I got a friend streaming with me. Can you say hi? He was the same guy that was with me yesterday when I was doing the Microsoft stream, and he had to leave early. I'm hoping my internet will be okay today, because yesterday, after that 2-hour stream, I had a network error, and it just, it didn't work. Well, actually, it just disconnected easily, so I had to put in the description my signing off outro. So, without further ado, let's begin. Resident Evil. Well, hello, Peppy Joe. But I guess so. Yeah, we're obviously going to see ARMS and Splatoon 2 and Mario Odyssey. I don't know either. I mean, maybe they might have some exclusive content for it. Maybe, but okay, here's something I would like to see Nintendo definitely do. Um you remember in E3 2014 and 15 they had Robot Chicken sketches and Muppet sketches. It was. I laughed at first, but I know. Well, anyways, here's what I would like to see what I would like to see them do this year. See, back in like the late 90s and the early 80s or 80s, the late 90s and early 20s, I used to love watching Cartoon Network, and there came this promo commercial where all these fans they were outside the Cartoon Network studio waiting for the stars to come out, but then the camera points to another section, to an exit door, and you had the characters come out. They were in these big raincoats and had big hats. They were like in disguise. But then this girl points out that they're down there, and then everyone turns around and they start cheering, and you had Double D from Ed and Nettie scream, "How did they know?" And then Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog, he looked down and saw that baboon's rear end from I Am Weasel, and he's like, "Darn your rump, baboon!" And they take off running. And you had that music video. They had like Cal from Cow and Chicken, the mayor from Powerpuff Girls, Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. They chased them all the way to a subway. And then like at the end, the fans managed to catch up to them. I'm gonna post a link to that commercial because it's here on YouTube right after we're done streaming this, so you'll get my point. Or if you want to look it up, it's called Cartoon Network on the Run. Just try to mute it because I don't want to copyright frag from Cartoon Network or anything like that. Anyways, I would love to see Nintendo do something similar. Like, could you imagine a lot of Nintendo fans outside of the Nintendo's E3 booth waiting to see Nintendo's biggest stars, and then you have some of the Nintendo characters in disguise walking out, and you have that one Nintendo fan, and then you'd have a Toad from Mario. How'd they know? And then Falco from Star Fox, he could be like, darn your tail, Pikachu! And then all the Nintendo characters take off their disguise and start running away and try to get to the E3 exit. No, not really. Well, maybe they could, or maybe they could just go to a train station and the train already leaves. And then they start to panic and when the fans get to them. And personally, to me, it could be funny. They don't do press conferences. Yeah, that's... I wish I knew too. But maybe they could have one scene where Callie and Marie are just looking down the windows. They're staying in an apartment somewhere, and they're depressed, seeing all the fans chase Nintendo's classics, and they hope one day that Splatoon becomes popular enough for the fans to chase them, because they're just like, Nintendo even said they're trying to get like Splatoon to be just as popular as like Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon. Maybe that's why we got a Splatoon 2 this year. Like we had we had the first game last year. No, 2015. That's when it came out. But I hope it does succeed. True. And that's what I hope Nintendo announces this year. I hope our expectations can be met pretty well. Like, we know 2015, our expectations were pretty much met. Not to mention, like, Federation Force. Really? So sorry, I even had that setting. Think we should start over. Maybe you can send me that same invitation that you did. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. If you can't hear my my buddy speak, he's watching the stream right now and he can't hear himself. But if you want to, man, you can still chat in the comments section if you want to. I know that's not much, but what now? Just go ahead and cut it. Hold on a second, let me beat this level. I know that's kind of stupid, but I need to find some ammunition and gun this guy down. Well, I mean, are you just gonna like post in the comments below or in the stream chat? Alright, I got him. Let me grab this medallion. Mission cleared. Hang on a second, guys. We're trying to figure out the problem.
I figured out the problem.
You did?
I think so. Because I'm an idiot.
Share party audio. Video clips and broadcasts will include all audio from players in the party who allow their voices to be shared. This overrides the settings for include microphone audio in video clips and include microphone audio in broadcasts. But if yeah, I have my microphone on. But
Okay. Maybe it's on your end. Like, the share settings and everything, that's probably it. That's the only other thing I can think of.
I don't know. I probably, when you send me that request join, can you send it to me again?
Okay. Wait, I think I heard myself.
You did?
I think. Oh yeah, there I am.
There you are. There you are. Okay, okay.
I just gotta speak up.
Speak up. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the next mission.
I gotta speak up. Let the voice be heard. Start the revolution. Moving on.
Moving on. Okay. As far as games as concerned, I heard, and I could be wrong, but I've been hearing rumors that Nintendo plans to announce 2 new Metroid games this year at E3.
Oh. Can we get an actual Metroid game? I would like that myself.
Me too. These 2 new Metroid games, if one of them's going to be a Prime game, I guess that's okay, but I really want to see a plain Jane Metroid game. Like,
I would personally like, because I don't know how much of a Metroid fan you are. I played
I've beaten the first 2 Prime games.
Oh, I played almost every one of them, so
I've only played
I'm
demos
probably the
of
one
Super Metroid.
Yeah. I would say if we're actually gonna get like a sequel to something, I would like personally to see a Fusion sequel, because I want to see where they go after that.
Yeah, me too. I heard like, and I know you don't like it, but I think Fusion takes place after Other M in the timeline.
Yeah. I personally prefer that Other M doesn't exist, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, the only thing like a lot of fans hated about it was they ruined Samus's character, but otherwise it was like a legit 3D Metroid game that they wanted.
I mean, the controls were still weird though, because like,
right.
You play it like, for some reason they have it where it's like you move it using like a standard like controller. You use the Wiimote sideways and everything, and if you want to aim, you just point it forward, like, you know, a cursor and everything.
True,
but here's my problem with that. Why didn't they allow the nunchuck to be used?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know too. Maybe they didn't want us to confuse it with a Prime game.
Because motion controls!
Oh yeah, motion controls. I've actually
It's
heard.
like Prime. It's like Prime 3 or Skyward Sword. They want you to make sure that you know that it has motion control.
When I was like a teenager when the Wii came out, and I wanted to like the motion controls, but they started to get, how do I say, annoying. But
Annoying?
Yeah, I don't know, they just became hard to use. But I can see why people hated it. I mean, I know I've been hearing good things about ARMS, like, even though ARMS, you can like use the regular controller, a lot of people have said that they made the motion control work, but I don't know for myself until I try it.
I still find it kind of weird that it's called ARMS, and yet, like, after like Smash 4 and everything, that's what I'm calling it anyway.
Me too.
Why didn't they like have the option to, you know, have a new Punch-Out game? Like, it's prime example right there. Like,
yes,
why didn't they do it?
We should have got a new Punch-Out. That's what I'd like to know too, why we didn't get one. I mean,
I feel as though that ARMS is a good case example of, you know, it could have been Punch-Out, but maybe it just would have been too limiting to the ideas of Nintendo. God forbid, they have really out there ideas, to put it lightly. Yoshi's Island getting high. I never forget that. I never forget that.
I know, like, Yoshi's New Island. I haven't got to play it yet, but I did heard it was mediocre.
But, I still would like to have a Fusion sequel. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what the other one could potentially be, as long as it's not another Spinball type of game, or Prime Pinball. I'll be happy. I'll be happy.
You ever played Metroid Prime 2?
Yes, I have.
Did you ever play it on Sam's Nintendo Wii when we were at that training center?
No, I played it a long time before then.
Oh, okay. I played the Wii version back when I was friends with Sam when we were at that vocational training
if
center.
you get like the Prime collection, like it's not that weird when you get used to all the controls and everything at that point, but it's really different from when you're using a GameCube controller to Wiimote motion controls.
Yeah. Well, anyways, about Prime 2, did you ever play the multiplayer?
A little bit. A little bit.
Do you think the multiplayer is as bad as they say it is? Because I heard it wasn't very well received.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's the worst thing ever, but
they could do
I mean,
it.
I feel as though it's personally better than Prime Hunters' multiplayer, but that is completely easier to understand why.
Yeah, I had a problem with the touchscreen controls when I played Hunters on the DS. Like, I used to take my DS to middle school, and a friend of mine, he had Hunters, and I didn't, so we had to play it on. Right. But if they do announce a new Metroid Prime, would you like to see another multiplayer to it?
I don't know. That's a tricky one, because I think they've only done it, like, once, and it's iffy. But I'm open to the idea. It's just that I want a continuation to Samus's story, or at least a remake in some aspect.
Yeah, that does
I feel as though
interesting.
it's around that, because I feel as though that Nintendo blatantly pretty much disregarded the anniversary for Metroid and everything. I feel as though that would be retribution. I feel
retribution. One thing's for sure is that, yeah, they really did missed out on celebrating a good anniversary for Metroid.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why.
I have no honest answer to that. I really don't. I wish I did, but I can't think of anything. But I think it's best if we start going over like other main big titles outside of like rumors.
Right, big titles.
So Mario Odyssey. Can't get any bigger than that, I guess.
What do you think? Better than Sunshine Galaxy, or is there something you don't
Honestly,
like?
nothing can really like hit the bottom of the barrel for me than Sunshine. I'm sorry for anyone who likes Sunshine, and if you do like it, you know, that's fine. That's fine. If you like it, more power to you. I personally don't. I think it's one of the worst ever, and I hate it even more than 64, and a lot of it was butt ugly. But then again, times, you know, what can you do? But the only thing that really bothers me so far is, you know, Mario in the real world setting. It really weirded me out.
It did to me. Well, no, I take that back. I lied. It didn't really weird me out. It's that it's actually something I wanted when I was a kid.
Yeah, like the only thing that bothers me is like when you see Mario next to real life people.
You're not going to think of Sonic 06, are you?
I wasn't going to say that, but now you brought it up, and now I am thinking about it.
I mean, let's just...
Oh, the time travel! But actually, like, it did kind of fake me out in the trailer at first. It was like, when you see the first, like, reveal trailer, you see it just coming down and leading to, like, a sewer lid, and it starts rumbling and everything. I thought it was a remake for Sonic Adventure 1, and I'm like, great, you know, I would love to see that, but no, it was another Mario game. I was a little disappointed because, you know, the Sonic fan in me was just like, aw. But, you know, good for the Mario people, I guess.
What if I told you you can like both? Well. But Mario Odyssey...
My inner console wars would like to have a talk with you, mister.
I've been seeing... I saw a meme like that on Facebook. I was in this group, and some guy posted a picture, or they had this post called Marvel versus DC, and this one guy, he posted a picture of, I forgot who he was. He was from The Matrix. He was the bald-headed guy.
Oh, Morpheus, yeah.
Morpheus. And the picture said, "What if I told you you can like both?"
You madman! I mean, that's weird for me because I actually do like both. I'm starting to come around to it. Yeah, at least I'll put it that way. But Mario, trying to get back on track. The only thing that, like, I'm iffy about because, like, for me at least, I'm sorry, but I feel as though the biggest thing that I'm concerned about is the hats, like, mechanics and everything. How is that gonna work?
Never questioned Nintendo logic. I wanted to...
It's just a hat, you know, don't question. It can grow wings. I mean... Don't flip and ask questions, alright?
Oh, God. I had to say that. But yeah, I am curious how they're going to make it work.
Oh, he turns into a shadow person, don't question it. It's completely normal.
Yeah. I wonder how they're going to make that work, too. And, you know, if you've seen the trailer from the Switch presentation...
I just thought about this. If it gives, like, an homage to 64 and someone takes your hat away, in Odyssey, does that count as a kidnapping?
Yes, no, maybe, I don't know.
It's a hat napping. Alright, gotcha.
Hat napping. But, speaking of the kidnapping, Bowser kidnapped Peach, of course. Duh. He's gonna try and get her to marry him.
Tell me something I don't know.
They may get married in this game. Or will they?
Oh.
Have you seen that?
Like Super Paper Mario?
Yeah, they already got married in Super Paper Mario. Like, they were supposed to be married until one of them dies, like, until their games are over. That's what they said.
It's all PG around here.
But, do you think maybe they may have successfully gotten a divorce somehow in that game. I don't know. I've seen the ending, but I've never beaten it.
I don't question it.
Yeah, it's not right.
Like, how do you explain that in court? I was drunk and I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, goodness.
I was drunk on super mushrooms. Help me.
Some evil mastermind forced us to get married.
But I feel as though that, like, this is a good chance for Mario to actually, like, show off his jumping abilities and everything. I'm expecting, like, some... either just Mario doing his own thing, or some random power-ups to show up. But I don't want them to be, like, situational for the most part, as they were in, like, 64. If that makes sense.
Maybe. But,
because, like, the metal cap and the vanish cap, they were very situational. Like, they didn't really get much use out of getting their stars and everything, so...
Yeah, and the one main focus was where he got the wing cap.
Yeah, and even then, like, it wasn't really all that useful for the most part.
Yeah, that's true. But, I wouldn't mind seeing some kind of a homage to, or reference to Galaxy games, maybe. In some way, like maybe there could be a mission where you had to fight that giant walker, Bowser Jr.'s walker, where you had to lure a bullet bill to the top of its head.
Either that, or you see like one of those, I keep forgetting what they're called, and I apologize for that, but it's like those little, like, star creatures. I forget what they're called.
Lumas, that's what they're called.
Thank you.
Maybe. You're welcome.
I feel as though that would probably be better representation. Either that, or just have, like, a giant crystallized star bit. That would be cool. It would go to eye candy, too.
True. I was, like, playing Mario Galaxy
like,
at the time, and when I went to New York City.
Like, we've all seen how good it looks normally. Just add that in there. It could even be, like, you know, like, rainbow-ish color and everything. Oh, that'd be beautiful. But... the point still stands that there's some weird moves that he's able to do now. I think he rolled around at the speed of sound, but that's a different game.
True.
but the point is that, like, the only thing that I'm pretty sure that Mario is gonna get a good game, at least a good game.
True,
but
it's
true. Just the hat that, like, I feel as though, like, what does it do? Like, what is the hat's abilities? What's it gonna bring to the table? That's the only thing I'm wondering about so far.
Me too. I'm awfully concerned about that as well, but those rabbits, I'm really curious as to who they are.
The rabbits?
Yes. I mean, I wonder where Nintendo got the idea.
Yeah, well, I know at least that Mario is having, like, a crossover with the Rabbids from Ubisoft, so that's
gosh,
weird.
I know this is going to piss off Nintendo. And
Mario apparently has a Mega Buster. Like, I have so many questions.
Where are they getting this idea?
Why does Mario have, like, a straight-up arm cannon?
I'd like to know that too.
Like, the only thing I know for a fact is that, like, that one piece of promotional artwork, but it just brings up more questions. Like, what does it do? Like, are the rabbits gonna be, like, a big part of the story? Is it gonna be, like, Rayman, raving rabbits? It's really hard to say. Yeah, that's why I had to slow down.
I never got into rabbits.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's just a bunch of, like, mini games, I feel, for the most part. But
I mean,
I don't want it to... I just don't want them to actually, like, take over the game, and at least be an actually good game, because Ubisoft is a part of it. And given their current track record...
I know.
I'm expecting humor and horror at the same time.
I know, Rayman's just mentally insane.
No, just Ubisoft. Just Ubisoft.
Yeah, I know. Another Assassin's Creed Unity.
I mean, I know they're like pot shots and everything, but admittedly, they've kind of had a bad reputation recently, so.
That's true. I mean, I like their intellectual properties, but they're just suffering from Ubisoft's piss poor business decisions.
Yeah. But, you know, I want to see what that's about, what the kind of gameplay is for that. Because I have so many questions, and until they show up gameplay or, you know, a trailer or something, I don't have nothing so far.
I have a feeling that rumor may come true. I mean, Nintendo's had a decent track record of rumors coming true, like the Joy-Cons and the Switch tablet thing, and the fact that it's on
like the new F-Zero game that everyone's been waiting for years for.
I know, I would love a new F-Zero.
That's my point, though, because like they try their best to, like, you know, talk about, you know, rumors coming true. We've all been waiting for a new F-Zero game, and I think it was Miyamoto who said that it doesn't happen until, you know, the next one, like, when the controller itself is suited to it. And that was back on, I think, the GameCube.
Oh, yes.
When the last one was made, so... We're at the 3rd generation. If we don't get one this generation, I don't think we're ever going to get one again. Makes
sense. I mean, I remember reading somewhere that Miyamoto said, don't expect a new F-Zero game anytime soon. He even questioned why did the fans want a new F-Zero, and I'm like, really?
Okay. Because we want Captain Falcon to just jump out of his ship one day and just Falcon punch someone. But that happened in the anime. So, my point is that it's crazy.
Crazy? You there? Uh-oh. Guys, I think he's, Hey man, you there? Uh-oh. Think you can post in the comments, man, if you're watching. If you're already on your YouTube channel. Sorry guys, something went wrong. I don't know if I want to stop the stream right now, but maybe, hopefully, he'll start commenting. Hey, you there?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta plug your microphone.
No, my controller turned off. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that happened.
So you were saying, like, you wanted to see Captain Falcon jump out of his machine and just punch the snot out of someone?
Yeah, the thing is that, like, I know for a fact that that's only in the anime for the most part. I do know that, but I feel as though that, at least in the experience I have with, you know, with F-Zero these days, you know, if it doesn't come out, like, soon, I really just feel as though we're not going to get another F-Zero game. That's what I personally feel.
True. But, I mean, Miyamoto, like, this article I mentioned a long time ago, that I seen a long time ago, Miyamoto mentioned, you know, don't expect a new F-Zero anytime soon, but he said that we've been having troubles coming up with new ideas, and I'm like, is it really that hard?
Are you kidding me? That's the laziest flipping thing I've ever heard of. No, seriously, I do mean that. Because, like, around the launch of the game, of the system, of the Switch, alright? Right. There was an F-Zero type game. There's no excuse anymore.
Yeah, seriously, if they can make that game, why can't there be a new F-Zero?
Yeah, that's my question, because, like, I understand it's like, oh, you know, we just don't have the opportunity. Are you kidding me? Like, are you for real with me right now? like fast RMX, you know, that's the closest comparison I could think of and everything. But the point still stands, though. Like, why not? Why can't you make a new one?
Me too, and I still want to question how they can make a Federation force and just slap Metroid onto it. I mean, I heard it's not a bad game.
Because they look like cute little power suits and they wanted to.
Yeah.
I think it's probably like similar to when Rare was going to make a different game and then Miyamoto showed up and it's like, oh, your character Crystal reminds me a lot of Fox. You should make that a Fox game. And they did, and guess what happened?
It didn't go so well.
It turned into a poor man's Zelda game. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was basically just Zelda.
I mean,
Star
it's not
Fox
CDI Zelda, but then again, that's a far way to fall before then.
True. I mean, personally, as much as I'd like adventures, and I know you don't, I still want to see Hideki Kamiya make that Star Fox game he wanted to. Literally, he's been expressing interest in making one, but after hearing from fans, he kind of lost interest in it.
Like, does anyone know what it was supposed to be?
Me too. I mean, I figured he would have finally got to made it with Star Fox Zero since Platinum Games co-developed it. Personally, I didn't think Zero was a bad game. I just felt as though they could have done it without the gamepad motion control. It took me a while to get used to it.
I mean, like, I know that, like, Hideki Kamiya is, you know, one of the big men in the Platinum Games company. I know that much at least. But the thing is that, you know, they made Star Fox Zero, and I don't know how else to put it, but oh, it was not what I was expecting. I'll give it that much.
I do feel as though that the story was confusing because they keep saying it's not a remake of 64.
It totally is, though.
It sure felt like it.
Which, heck, honestly, if we're going to talk about that, you know, Star Fox 64 is a remake of, you know,
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, the original Star Fox. So, let's see. And heck, if it's a remake of Star Fox 64, we already had two at the time. There was Star Fox 64 3D for the 3DS, so there's that.
Well, the good side to that is that, yeah, you can play it on the go, but on like the downside, you know, fans really just wanted the new Star Fox game.
I mean, I understand where, you know, we couldn't really do anything past Star Fox Command because, oh, those endings.
Yeah, I heard like Fox and Crystal finally got married and they had a son named Marcus McCloud.
Oh no, that doesn't happen because there's, guess what, multiple endings.
I hate multiple endings. I just want a straight.
No, the worst thing is that like there's some endings where she breaks up with Cloud. She ends up actually going out with Panther and everything. That doesn't work out, so she becomes shunned by everyone in the Lilat system, and then became her own bounty hunter too.
Wow. You know, like
there was, but it's just weird.
It is.
But
you know, like
Brawl
made a reference to that.
I don't.
Like, in Smash Brothers Brawl. What I mean is like, you know how in Super Smash Brothers Brawl there was Snake codec calls and Fox radio calls.
Yeah.
Like at one point you could have a Crystal come in. I don't know. It depends on the character you play as. Like if you're playing as Wolf, you could have him call Panther and he'll compliment Crystal and she'll take a liking to him. You know,
I feel as though that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Like, I didn't even know who Panther was, and I know people are gonna bash me for this, but at first I thought he was Andrew, and I'm like, I don't remember Andrew looking like that. And then I was like, Oh, this new guy, he's from Assault, the one Star Fox game I never got when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, I felt so stupid back then.
Oh no, it's fine, because we've all had stupid moments like that. Who's this Black Sonic?
Yeah.
Hashtag not my Sonic.
Oh gosh.
But my point is that I feel as though within the Rare's universe that they've created and everything, I still feel as though it is like possible to continue from that prior stories and everything. I feel as though it is possible. I think so.
Might be true, but so what you're saying is we probably might get an Adventures 2?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh.
What I'm trying to say is that, like, I think it's possible for us to have another Star Fox game within the Assault universe.
Oh, like an Assault 2?
Like, an Assault 2, maybe one, like, before Crystal officially joins the team and becomes, like, one of the R-Wing pilots. You know, something like that. I think it's possible.
I get what you mean there, too. One game I really want to see, and I know a lot of Star Fox fans have been wanting to see this, too. I want an origin story where you play as his father, James. I still want to know how he formed the Star Fox team and why Pigma betrayed the team. That kind of thing.
I think we kind of got that in, like, one of the games. I can't remember specifically which one, but I know that was in there.
True. Here's another thing I'd like to see, and I'm probably going to get hate for saying this. Now that Insomniac's no longer an exclusive developer for Sony, what are the chances of them making like a third-person shooter Star Fox spin-off?
I don't know, because they don't really have, you know, Nintendo's safe quality given their recent games.
Oh yeah. It's like,
because lest we forget, you know, Quest for Booty as an
Ratchet
example.
And Clank, yeah.
And all those glorious titles.
I feel like Ratchet and Clank's become a cash grab at this point.
Yeah, but you know, that's Sony and everything, so.
Right, this is Nintendo.
I personally don't think that they could, you know, I think they could do it, but they're currently still working on, like,
Spider-Man.
the PS4, yeah, Spider-Man game. So I don't think it's gonna happen soon, but, you know,
right.
Maybe.
Let's go to other games. Do you think we should get a Luigi's Mansion 3?
I don't know, honestly. If it continues the path that, you know, the second one did, I'd probably say no.
Right. But,
because you have to continuously go back into the house, perform missions and everything like that, when it wasn't even needed in the first one.
Yeah, because, like, the first one had more of a free roaming and wasn't mission-based.
Yeah. See, that's my biggest thing with, the second one. And not only that, you know, you had to constantly upgrade your gear and everything like that. Well, not had to, but when you did, or when you tried to, it took forever to do. So,
so much time consuming.
Why am I grinding in an action game?
Actually, let's go back to Star Fox for a little bit. The reason why I wanted to see that third-person shooter spin-off Star Fox game, I also wouldn't mind seeing melee combat, like they bring back Fox's staff. Here's one thing.
Well, technically that wasn't Fox's.
Right, Crystal's, my bad. But, one boss battle I really been wanting to see. Could you imagine Fox fighting Andross like a typical final boss battle, But like in 64, when Andross shouted, "If I go down, I'm taking you with me." Could you imagine Fox waking up and like nothing but whiteness all around him, and then he meets Andross in his physical form? Do you think that could ever happen?
What?
Like, there's nothing.
Like Fox goes Super Saiyan? Is that what I'm to interpret?
Oh, no, 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 no. Not that. It's just like he wakes up assuming he's in another dimension, but he's not. Like, what if he's just...
Oh, okay. Like the game starts off like, you're going down, Andross. And
no,
all of a sudden, he's just somewhere else.
Like, let's say he's in the mind of Andross, and he meets Andross in physical form, like before he got that power that made him that big head and the two arms. You know what I'm saying? I don't know,
honestly, because like it seems interesting, like seeing things from the villain's perspective, but it's Nintendo. We're never gonna see things from the villain's perspective. Why? Because they're bad, you know.
True. Yeah.
Because let's be honest, like, what is the most sympathetic character from the three biggest franchises?
I know Bowser always joins with Bowser King Dedede. They always join with the heroes in some games.
But he's not sympathetic. He's just a jerk.
True. True. And another one, I forgot.
Good point. Good argument.
But yet, like,
but you see my point, though?
I do see your point. Like, more what I was thinking of, like, seeing Andross in, like, his main form before he got that big power, he could explain Fox's story. And maybe at one part, he could offer Fox a chance to join him.
No, I think, like, if we're gonna have, like, a flashback type of game, like, explaining how James was doing things, I think it'd probably be best if it was, like, Peppy telling the story and everything like that, in a way. And you get to play as Peppy. You know? Like, I feel as though that would actually be better. And then all of the time, it's like, in the final moment, it's like, James, do a barrel roll! And then James dies.
Oh, God.
That's why he constantly tells Cloud, I'm sorry, Fox to do it. Fox McCloud, I'm sorry.
I get the names mixed up too. But,
yeah. But, like, it would explain it.
True. But, not necessarily just a...
thoughts.
Maybe.
Like, honestly, like, most Nintendo games, I would say most, they don't try to incorporate thinking into the story for the most part. It's just simple, basic, and you just go for it.
Yeah, that is true. Like at the end of Star Fox 64, like during the final boss, you destroy Andross's brain, and the whole explosion thing goes on. The whole screen turns white, and then Fox, he could wake up inside Andross's mind actually, and that when Andross explains his time, he could offer Fox a chance to join him, and then should Fox refuse, they get into that final battle, and Fox will have Crystal Staff, and Andross could have something of his own. Do you think that might work out?
I understand, like, where you would like to have like, another similar type of game to Star Fox Adventures. I understand that, if that's what you're going for.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying an Adventures 2, but if this Insomniac Star Fox game ever comes, I do want to see more than just third-person shooting. I do want to see some melee combat. Not Smash Brothers was, I'm talking.
And if that's the case, then, like, it'd probably be best if it was, like, another Crystal story, I guess. Instead of, like, hey, you know, you're not allowed to use your blaster. Why couldn't I bring my blaster? You know, that again.
Yeah, no, that's true. But anyways,
I'm not seeing it as likely because, you know, honestly, given the rather bad reception of Star Fox Zero, I would not be surprised if we don't get another Star Fox game again.
Me
unless it's like
too.
spin-offs material.
That might be true. Or maybe, and I could be wrong, if they ever do port Star Fox Zero to the Switch, maybe they'll fix the controls. I doubt they will, but they should, because I didn't think Zero, like I said, I didn't think Zero was bad. I just felt as though they could have done it without the gamepad motion control.
But it's Nintendo! Motion controls! Gotta have them! We're innovative!
I don't mind Nintendo being innovative, but I do feel as though, now that I get a good look at it, I do feel as though that maybe the Wii Remote motion control thing was a gimmick. I know Nintendo fanboys are going to get mad at me for that, but it's kind of true.
No, the biggest thing that I feel is a gimmick, personally, is when... I don't know if, for sure, if they're, like, still doing it for the Switch or whatever, but it's when, you know, it's dual screens.
Ooh, dual screens. I know you
I
were
hated
never...
that with the original DS, and then it happened with the Wii U. I was noticing a trend, and I was not being any more pleasant with it.
Right. So what you're saying is...
that's just a personal thing. That's just a personal thing.
True.
But I feel as though that at least with, you know, another Star Fox game, I'm not seeing it happening at least this soon. I'm not really seeing it.
But I do remember...
Which goes into, like, I feel like another big one that everyone's clamoring for. Pokemon Stars, you know. The quote-unquote sequel game to Sun and Moon. I don't know. I really don't know.
Black, White 2. Remember those?
No. Like, Pokemon Crystal, Emerald, you know, those.
Oh, a special edition is what you're saying. I haven't beaten Sun or Moon, and there are already rumors of a special edition.
Yeah, people are saying that, but honestly, like, it's been less than a year, I think, since it came out, and honestly, I feel as though it's too early for that to happen already.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot to mention, I saw this on Nintendo's Twitter page. There's a Pokemon Direct coming out tomorrow.
Oh. Well, if they're gonna announce it, it's probably on there.
That's what I'm thinking too. Surprised how they're having a Direct before their E3.
Because Nintendo has no patience.
Well, personally, I'm one to talk. I'm getting impatient too.
For wanting another Pokemon game?
Well, no, I'm just getting impatient.
Or just E3?
Just E3.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But, for the Switch, do you think maybe we could get a Pokemon Stadium? Or a Coliseum next to Yellow Darkness thing? A home console Pokemon game.
If it's like XD Gale of Darkness, you know, I wouldn't have a problem with it at that point. It's a standalone game with potentially a new story. Yeah, I'm open to that. I am open to that. My thing is that I don't want it to turn into, well...
Battle Revolution?
Right. Not... Sort of.
Well, the problem with Battle Revolution, all there was just battles. You didn't get to do much.
Yeah, but that's the same thing with the Stadium games, though, at the same time. The main game is just battles, and really, it was not very good, at least in my opinion.
True, I kind of see your point. I was about to say, well, they did bring in the mini games, but that probably didn't do well either. Even though me and my sister had fun playing them.
The main game itself is mainly just battles, so really...
Gym leader battles, stadium battles, no surprise there.
And Well, so yeah, I don't know what Pokemon thing is gonna be coming out soon, or
I
if
don't either.
anything. But you know that Pokemon Direct, it's probably got something up their sleeves.
That's what I'm predicting too.
Yeah. But honestly, at least for Pokemon, at least from my current standing, I don't see them releasing anything new. Which goes into my next thing. Legend of Zelda. No,
No.
I'm not seeing anything happening. Too soon.
No,
One of the
it's
biggest
just,
Zelda games we've ever had. Yeah, no. No. Not this early.
yeah, we just got Breath of the Wild. Just we need a break right now.
That's just not happening.
I know it's a third-party game, but and I'm gonna save it for another video. Even if you want to join that too, we can. Do you think Sonic Forces will have amiibo support in the Switch version?
Oh, I don't know, honestly. Like, unless we're gonna get DeviantArt the Hedgehog, you know.
Oh, dude.
You know, support and everything. I don't know what else it would be. Because honestly, because let's be honest, like, I could talk about, like, Sonic Forces for a long time. I've had a lot of thoughts about that.
Yeah, we'll save that for the E3 video. I might do the third-party E3 prediction.
Okay, so maybe
But
let's keep what? So does that count Fire Emblem Warriors?
Well,
That's a tricky one.
I remember back in like during E3 2014, Rich of Review Tech USA, he tried to tell people Hyrule Warriors. He kind of has a point. It's just Dynasty Warriors with a Zelda skin, but on the positive side, I felt as though it was like Hyrule Warriors could help get Zelda fans into the series. But
And
maybe Fire
not only
Emblem Warriors
that,
too.
you know, like Fire Emblem, you know, that's a greater way to, you know, show off characters and at least a bunch of like fan representatives.
Right.
Aside from, you know, self-insert characters that, you know, they're gonna add. Because we know what's gonna happen. And anyone who says they're not gonna do it, you're fooling yourself. They're gonna do it, one way or another.
I don't mind Fire Emblem Warriors. I know it's just Dynasty Warriors, but I have wanted to see a Fire Emblem action game, you know, or just hack and slash Fire Emblem. I'm kind of okay with it.
I think it can work, at least in Fire Emblem's case. It's weird to see that happening in a Zelda game, considering what the source material is and how it normally goes. Seeing that Link alone just tearing through enemies as it is, I want to follow that guy. He's a guy who knows how to get shit done. That's what I'm saying. He knows how to get shit done. Like, you know.
I know, it's just...
What did the Link to the Past do, you know? Oh, he just swung his sword. He went between the light and the dark world. You know.
I was about to say that.
This guy, he just goes through moblins and everything. And the dongos are huge. Just throw a crap load of bombs into his mouth. Yeah, that'll do something.
The Ganon fight just felt like an Einstein project to me.
Because it had to be Ganon.
Well, no, not necessarily. You had to use all the side items, the bombs, the arrows, everything. You get my point.
Yeah, I do. It's just that, like, my thing is that, like, you know, it tries to teach you, you know, what you've learned and everything like that. So maybe that's why I'm a little bit more lenient about it. But I do see your point, though.
Yeah. Maybe they might show that standalone Fire Emblem game for the Switch, like they said they would.
I think it was either for the Switch or the 3DS.
No, they already showed the 3DS. Fire Emblem Echoes. That's for the 3DS.
And that's already out, so...
True. But, do you think maybe we might get a Fire Emblem Anniversary Collection?
I don't know, honestly. It depends on how far back we're going, though, because keep in mind, Fire Emblem Echoes is actually a remake of one of the first Fire Emblem games.
Yeah. Like, I once
So,
considered I thought about them considering a Fire Emblem Anniversary collection so that we'd have a chance to play all the original Fire Emblem games to get caught up to today.
yeah, that's fine and everything. It's just the fact that I know that Nintendo isn't going to really release anniversary collections that much, at least for games that are obscure as they are. Kirby got one. I think Zelda got one.
Zelda
Mario.
got,
Don't even get me started on Mario, because of course he got one.
Zelda, the only thing Zelda got was that Master Collection where you had the original Zelda 2, Link's Adventure, and you had Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine and everything. It's just the fact that, you know, they just don't do collections. At least not that much.
I do want to see Skyward Sword HD come to the Switch.
I feel as though it's the proper time to do it, and given the Switch and everything, I think that, admittedly, as much as I don't want it to happen, it's still available to use for, you know, motion controls and everything. So I think it still can work.
Do you still think it can work in standard controls? Like, I just want to come home and sit down playing Skyward Sword.
No, because Nintendo wants to make sure you're playing with motion controls.
True that.
I know they're gonna do that. But, let's see. I think that kind of goes over, like, the main ones for now. Like, the main, you know, franchise holders. Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
I added that one. I don't really think that there's too much else that's really coming out that's coming from Nintendo themselves. I mean, we could talk about ARMS and everything, but really, it's coming out so soon that really there's no reason to bring it up.
Yeah, that is true. But, one other game. Do you think they might finally show Mother 3, aka Earthbound 3?
No.
No.
I'm gonna shoot that down right now. We've been waiting for years on that one, and the only reason we got Earthbound Beginnings, aka Mother 1, is because they already had the code for that ready to go.
Yeah, they did. I was kind of... Another theory, and I could be wrong on this, I was kind of hoping we would see, like, an Earthbound collection where you had the first 3 games and on one cartridge for either, like, the 3DS or the Switch.
Yeah, see, like, I would like that too, I really would. But the problem is that Nintendo, like, outside of Japan anyway, they don't really acknowledge the Mother series outside of Earthbound, aka Mother 2.
True. I mean, it's just sad. I still think Earthbound has a pretty good community lately. Maybe Nintendo will listen to them again. I just never understood why Mother 3 never came to the States to begin with. It's just disappointing.
I think I know the answer. I think it was around the time that it was released in Japan, or at least when it was about ready to come over stateside, the DS had already been out. So
maybe they couldn't just make a DS port or something.
I don't think they would have done that. I mean, admittedly, they did do that for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, at least the first one.
Right.
But I just don't think that they're gonna do that, though. At least that's what I think.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that might be true. Also, we got to discuss this too. Do you think Smash Brothers is definitely coming to the Switch?
All right, since I have to tell. Well, I guess we have to talk about it, given the fact I'm, well, taped to this chair and everything, so I guess I'll talk about it. Oh, send help.
Oh, oh.
Moving on, moving on. But I think, like, I don't know about, like, a Smash 4 port. I really don't know about that. Unless it's gonna be, like, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, as an example. Where
Right.
it has all the DLC and everything like that already included.
I would like to
But
see.
here's the thing. Like, I was just gonna say. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're fine.
But what it is that I feel as though that in order for me to really care about it, they need to add more stuff. Like, add, you know, like, the stages from the 3DS game. I mean, that's an idea right there. And probably the biggest thing that a lot of console players of Smash 4 haven't played is Smash Run, and it's amazing.
It's really good, but it can get a little repetitive.
That's what I mean, you know, because, you know, there's the board game and everything like that. No one cares, but Smash Run is good.
True, and
I feel as though that's the definitive, like, Smash 4 experience. Like, have all of it just bundled into one. I think that would be good.
one mode I would really like to see is Master Fortress mode, where you can play the Master Fortress without having to go through the whole single player thing. Like, what they could do, depending on the difficulty, you could start off fighting the Master Hand and the Crazy Hand, and then all of a sudden he goes into that Master Core mode.
Yeah, that's another thing that could have potentially been added too, because, like, you know, you have your, like, easy mode for, like, single player. I think that could be just like Master Hand, maybe Crazy Hand 2, normal. You got, you know, Master Fortress, and then there's hard mode, which is, oh my god, what is this thing?
Yeah, maybe they could add, like, maybe on hard difficulty, they could add, like, a third portion of the fortress. I mean, I doubt it,
Yeah,
but it's...
like, the further you gotta go and everything like that. That would be nice. I really do think it would be nice.
Yes,
But I think
Master
another
Fortress is
thing-
really fun.
I think another thing that could potentially be there if they do port it, I personally think is it allows for maybe a few more characters, but I'm not seeing many, because it is still a port.
True. I mean, I figured since they did it with Mario Kart 8, but...
Sorry.
But, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Smash 4 come to the Switch. And I know some Smash haters are going to get all mad at this, but do you think we should bring back some characters like Ice Climbers, Wolf, and probably bring in some new characters for the Switch version?
Well, I think it's best if, you know, we just go over, like, maybe one character, like, a new character to join and a old vet that's kind of just been left in the dust. I think that would probably be appropriate, at least to also save on time.
Be true.
That conversation's gonna be a long time.
Because, like, there's still some underrated Nintendo characters that I feel as though should join Smash.
Do you want to start with the new ones or old vets to join the roster again?
Let's see. What kind of old vets could there be? I don't know.
Well,
I
already
still want
have
to
one off
see.
the top of my head.
I kind of
already
want to
have
see
one.
Daisy appear in the game, and the only problem with that, she probably would be a Peach clone, and I'd hate that.
Yeah,
too.
that's why. Yeah, but the same thing about Dr. Mario. Oh, it's totally different, guys. Don't worry, it's totally
He
different.
should have been like an alternative costume to Mario. Same with, like, Lucina. She could have been an alternative costume to Marth. Like, if they could get Alf from Pikmin 3 to be a costume for, like, Olimar, why couldn't Lucina have been, like, Marth. Like, same with Dark Pit. He could have been...
I don't know. I really don't know. But at least in my opinion, for who should come back, personally, I would probably say Snake. I really liked him.
Oh, yes.
Like, his underhanded tactics and everything, just sabotage and everything. It was a really interesting way on how to play the game, and I really liked it. But I understand not everyone's going to be happy to see him back. I understand that, given the play style. But, you know, it's an interesting style for me, at least.
Me too. Okay, other things I really want to talk about right now. Do you think Square, now that they've allowed Cloud and Smash Brothers, do you think maybe we'll get either a remake of Super Mario RPG, a sequel, or neither?
You know, honestly, that is a very difficult question to answer because I know a lot of people really want that to happen. I really do. And I understand that. But here's my honest opinion about it. Okay?
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Cringe.
I know. I apologize for that, but I don't know what else to say. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like, really, there's not very many Like, I just feel as though it's just not going to happen. I understand that a lot of people want it to happen, but in at least my perspective, not many people are going to go for it outside of nostalgia value, and really, you know, it's an old game, and I understand that, you know,
JRPGs, they just don't sell well in America anymore, like they did.
Oh no, I was going to say the fact that, you know, Nintendo isn't about, you know, I was originally going to say that that Nintendo doesn't really do much when it comes to remakes and everything.
That's true.
But if Star Fox in general is a thing, the original Star Fox / Star Fox 64 is a seller, so just keep pumping it out when we're running low on money.
Right.
But just feel as though they're not going to do it anymore because the Mario franchise and the RPG series, unless your name is Mario and Luigi these days, you're dying.
Yeah, and that's the thing
with Paper Mario isn't doing that well, at least in my perspective.
Well, I know some people are saying Mario Color Splash isn't bad and all, but it's not a real Paper Mario. I mean, why is it hard for Nintendo to give the fans what they want? And I don't understand why people would defend Color Splash and all they have to say is just be thankful you got a new Paper Mario. If you want my opinion...
At least from my perspective, that's a very shitty argument, and here's my reasoning. Here's my reasoning. From pretty much every single one of the Mario and Luigi games, the games play very similar to one another. So there is at least something there to change up the game, but the thing is that it's ultimately still the same gameplay experience. And we changed that from the third game in the Paper Mario series. That doesn't make sense.
It don't. I was still hoping like when there came if there was ever like a third Paper Mario, I was hoping like another big story, especially one, you know, Mario goes to a different area, he meets different partners. Believe it or not, I actually once had a dream about a Paper Mario game where he was in this old mansion-like thing, has the first chapter, and he had a female Koopa partner. She had this white shirt, a black dress, and her face was like Velma from Scooby-Doo. She even had like the glasses and everything. When I woke up, I kind of laughed at that.
Well, I don't know how else to put my reaction except zoinks.
Me too.
But to go into more detail, like, it seems like something that the Paper Mario universe could do. It seems out there enough for them to do it, but I don't know.
maybe like if we ever get like a proper follow-up, we could see Goombario and Goombella as a couple. But I mean, that's just...
But the thing is that we actually have to have, you know, everyone wanting it back, and everyone does want it back, but Nintendo doesn't see that happening. So what are you doing to me, Nintendo?
Here's the thing, for fans to just argue, you know, be thankful you're getting a new Metroid, be thankful you're getting a new Paper Mario. We're the customers. We're the ones with the money. You know, we're not
admittedly,
entitled.
I do understand when it comes to some games, because, you know, oh, I didn't like Other M. Oh, be thankful you actually got another M game, says the people that are still waiting for the next F-Zero. I understand that perspective. I do get that, but the problem is that, you know, sometimes it's still not what we want. I do understand the problem, but, you know, it's just that I feel as though that it's still a semi-legitimate argument, though.
Right. But, it's like, and there was Fatal Frame fans, even North American fans to this day, they still want a physical copy to the 5th game, and you had fans trying to defend Nintendo's decision to make it digital only. But I mean, if Darksiders War Master can get a physical copy, why not Fatal Frame? I always thought Fatal Frame was a bigger seller here in the United States. Look at how it sells in Japan.
No. Okay. Alright. Here's the laydown on this. Darksiders is gonna sell better over here than Fatal Frame.
Fatal
and
Frame
it's all
really
down to
doesn't
one
sell
reason.
in Japan all that much. What's
No,
that?
no. The reason why I would say that is because Darksiders is an action game. That's easier to get into than a horror game. Not very many people are going to be going into a horror game compared to
Action
people
games.
getting into an action game.
Well, I mean, other than just like Darksiders, there's also Nintendo games that manage to get physical releases. Like, how is it that the PAL regions and every other region could get one, but somehow North America, Nintendo's biggest market, couldn't? I mean, look at, and I know some people tried to say, well, Fatal Frame was a niche game. Niche games get physical releases all the time. XE Games, Marvelous Interactive.
Different expectations, but at the same time, the problem comes from the fact that, well, I bring up the fact of the NES Classic.
Low quantity.
Nintendo is making a lot of poor decisions lately.
Yes, that thing was a moneymaker for them, and they just discontinued it. Like, why,
And
Nintendo? Was it worth it?
I don't honestly have an understanding why.
They never came out and said, it's stupid, you know, you make a product and, you know, you're stopping people from buying it. Like,
I just
why?
don't understand, like, some of the things that they're doing. I mean, granted, there are points where they have, like, really excellent, you know, plans and ideas that they put into motion, but then there's other ones where I'm like, what are you thinking? What are you doing, Nintendo?
Really? And I even heard that we might get a Super Nintendo Mini. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, what's the point of making that if you're just going to discontinue it?
Or if it's going to be like the NES Classic or the Amiibos on their first wave and everything.
Yeah.
Just have an amount. Like, there's barely any of the things. I don't understand why they did it the first time, then they did it again the second time. I wouldn't be surprised if they'd go for, at least in bowling terms, a turkey.
True.
My point is that if they did it the first time, I don't think they would have done it the second time, but they did, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. That's
It's just, you know, it's stupid, man. Nintendo has all these products that people want to buy, and they just won't sell them.
And I honestly don't understand why. That's my problem.
You know, I'm still looking to get Lucina, King Dedede, Dark Pit, Meta Knight, and the Smash Brothers Wave, and the Wii Fit Trainer. I forgot about her. and they won't restock them.
It's because, well, Nintendo. I really can't think of another answer. They just won't bring them out again. And honestly, I don't even know, at least from my perspective, if the Switch has, amiibo support.
It does.
Okay. Then that's even less of, an example, because, like, that's just it has less of an excuse at that point that they just don't want to do it. Or at least it just gets rid of more examples. Okay, I need to slow down and think on how to talk.
The right Joy-Con's control stick, it's got a built-in NFC reader.
Okay.
That's the amiibo functionality.
Okay, let me try to say what I was originally trying to say. Okay. What I was trying to say was that if Breath of the Wild and the Switch have amiibo support, that's less of an excuse at that point, and more of a question from me wondering why they're not doing it. Why they're not releasing more amiibo.
And you got fans like me. We just want to complete our collection.
Yeah.
And that's pretty sad.
No. What's sad is that people just, hoard a bunch of them, and then they don't even open them out of the box. That's admittedly, in my eyes, a little bit more sad.
That is true. Scalpers of any kind. I seriously doubt people are going to buy it for that ridiculous high price you have in mind.
It depends on how rare it is, and admittedly, Earthbound these days. Oh, it's $1,000 these days. Just for an actual physical copy. No.
I wish it had sold better back then.
But that would have required them to have a better marketing campaign, and they probably should have, because why do you put as one of your slogans, this game stinks? Why?
Yeah, really. Why did they? And another thing is, too...
They don't know any better.
Another reason why I felt like Fatal Frame 5 didn't get a physical release, they didn't build up hype for it. That's the whole point, is to... I still think Nintendo of America self-fulfills their own prophecy when they don't bring it, or when they bring a game over, they expect it to fail, but instead of preventing it from happening, they let it happen. I think that's what went wrong with Fatal Frame, but that's a different topic anyways.
I don't really know of many other ones aside that are on the Switch anyway that's coming out or can potentially be talked about currently. Well,
Xenoblade.
There's mainly only like 2 on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk about
We still can.
Yokai Watch and
oh gosh,
that's a thing.
I mean,
that's a thing.
I know people like that game, and I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just it wasn't my thing. I tried to get into it, but I can't
don't
even
really
get
know
into the
if
show.
like. And I still have this one question in my mind every time I think about Yokai Watch, and I understand it if people bring this up to me. They already have Pokemon. Why do you need a Pokemon ripoff when you're Nintendo?
Yeah, I was about to ask that too. Why do they need Yokai Watch when they got Pokemon?
Money.
Of course. And I guess we can't use the excuse Nintendo hates money thing.
I don't even have an answer for that. And then there's... I don't think this is out already. I don't think so. The only other one I could think of, Kirby's Blowout Glass. I mean, that's a thing.
Have you ever... Did I ever show you the last story on the Wii?
Yeah, you did.
You think maybe I doubt it'll happen. Nintendo does have the decision in it. But knowing Hironobu Sakaguchi, he never made the Final Fantasy games direct follow-ups. So if we're going to get a Last Story 2, which is something I want to see, I still want to see just a new story and everything. Like Operation Rainfall, that fan campaign to get the game localized. They once had an April Fool's joke saying there was going to be a sequel and that the main character would be a spoiled prince. Something like that. Maybe they could adapt to that idea.
I mean, that's not the worst April Fool's prank I can think of, at least from my perspective. Like, I remember this from a long time ago. Kingdom Hearts Mushroom. Or Mushroom Kingdom Hearts. It's exactly what you think it'd be.
Kingdom Hearts only replaced the Disney characters with Nintendo characters. I probably might get hate. I probably might get hate for saying this, but I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't want a Disney cross Nintendo. I already know Nintendo's published like Disney games, but I don't want Nintendo.
But it's family friendly. Unless we're talking about those old Goofy cartoons where all the characters looked like Goofy, but none of them looked like, but none of them were actually called Goofy, and they were very super violent and risque. That's a different story, but family friendly.
I know. But do you think third-party games? Do you think Nintendo may show third-party games? Now, I mean, another thing about it is I know I'm making a third-party video separately, but
depends. Like, honestly, do you actually want to talk about it here? Or...
I don't know. I mean,
because really, I don't think there's that much else to really talk about for Nintendo.
Oh wait, Virtual Console. Are they going to have Virtual Console? Do you think they might?
For the Switch?
Well, I figured since the Wii U, and 3DS does, why not the Switch? And I know people are...
doesn't it already, though?
I don't know. I don't have a Switch. I haven't even bothered to look online. Because I know people still wanting GameCube Virtual Console for it. And I can't help but think maybe the reason why is that they want Melee.
Judging so much. But anyways, like I for the most part, like I think the only other one that I think could work is a new Animal Crossing, a real Animal Crossing game for the Switch.
Right.
I personally think so. Because, I mean, like, it would fill in, like, the mobile games thing where you could take it with you and, you know, just a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, that can be true there, too. But, I mean, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, I still don't know why Nintendo... I mean, I heard they only made it just so they can make Amiibos, but... It's just like, why couldn't that just been the multiplayer portion too?
Why couldn't that have just been the multiplayer? Or at least a thing that you could have done in the multiplayer? Why make the Sonic Shuffle of Animal Crossing?
I'm sorry, but not trying to sound like a Sonic fanboy, I kind of still like to... Shuffle. I just think, yeah, there were a few minor differences they could have fixed up, but I think Sonic had the potential to have a party game. I know I'm gonna get hate.
It also had the potential for a lot of things, and look where we are now. Still questioning the franchise's longevity.
I mean, I like Sonic. Don't get me wrong, but it's just. Let's face
do you want to talk about the games now, or do you want to wait until a third-party video?
I guess let's just wait till third-party video.
Okay. But really, I can't really think of that much else that's really, something to talk about.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
everything else is kind of a maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Will this happen? Probably, probably not.
Okay, well, another thing is, for the 3DS, I doubt they'll ever make this, but you know what I would like to see? I personally would like to see, and this is like a Crash Purple and Spiral Orange thing. I still want to see a Mario game where he's in Sonic's world, and a Sonic game where he's in Mario's world.
Honestly, I would like to see that too. I really would. Like, an actual one. Not like Olympic Games.
Yeah, me too. I mean, don't get me wrong, Olympics, they were kind of fun and all, but it's just, where's the legit Mario and Sonic action crossover? Why
but
couldn't
the
we
thing
have
is
that?
they have two completely different styles of gameplay. That's the weird part. And admittedly, like, the only way I could see it happening is very similar to, like, Sonic Generations / Sonic Forces currently.
True.
With, Mario being, like, your classic Mario slow platforming and everything like that.
Precision platforming.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. And then there's Sonic with another style, and it's just gotta go fast. Oh no! Wait! Then there was, the Nintendo exclusive best Sonic game, the best Sonic game in years. Lost World.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, I found another one. There was one past that. Rise of Flare. Ah!
Oh, Sonic Boom did not need to happen.
I mean, there was the sequel, Fire and Ice, and I still love that trailer. By the way, it's like, what does fire and ice combine into? Water.
Water. Duh. But
that's the only way I could see it happening, though, for the most part. Just two different styles coming together in that kind of way. But I don't know.
The GameCube, there's a role-playing game that I have a problem pronouncing it. It's from Monolith Software. It was like before Xenoblade on the Wii. It's called Bait and Katos.
What?
I really am pronouncing
Bait and Katos.
Katos, not Kathos.
Are you sure?
Yeah, can you look it up real quick or anything?
I was already on the lookout.
Oh, are you?
Okay.
I can't pronounce it.
I'm gonna try my best on this. Baten Kaitos.
Baten
Eternal
Kaitos.
Wings and the Lost Ocean.
Yes, I'm
You got a long enough name there, guys? I'm just saying.
Rolls right off.
But that
your
was back
tongue.
on the GameCube, though. That's the thing.
There's also a prequel called Origins. Do you think maybe we might be able to get a third? Pronounce it for me.
Baten Kaitos.
Baten Kaitos.
Or I think it was like the only one, though. That's the thing.
Well, I know there was one game, but there was also like a prequel, Baten Kaitos Origins. I still would like to see a third game.
Yeah. It is Baten Kaitos. I don't know. I feel as though that, like, they're too busy with, like, a lot of other ones, at least currently, I'll put it that way.
I know they're Xenoblade 2
Chronicles 2, which I don't know if that's out yet.
It's not. I know Japan's getting it in like 2017 is what I'm predicting. Like, Japan always got it first. They got Xenoblade Chronicles 1 first.
Yeah, well, keep in mind it involves voice acting, so we gotta get voice actors for that. The entire story and lines have to be translated.
Translation.
Everything has to be done.
Like, it was first announced as Monado, Beginning of the World, back in 2009, and then a year later it came out in Japan as Xenoblade Chronicles. And then another year after that, 2011, that was when Europe and Australia got the game. And Nintendo of America, we all know the story, Operation Rainfall. Like, we almost, even though it was like a critically acclaimed game, we almost never got it in North America.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, for there to be a Baten Kaitos 3, it's probably not anytime soon. Also...
Yeah, honestly, I don't think that... Like, I was just going to say that I don't really think that Xenoblade is actually going to get, like... Or at least Monolith Soft is really going to have, like, too many projects, because that's a large game on their plate at that point.
True. But, do you think Platinum may make a Bayonetta 3?
I've heard rumors. But that's all I know so far, just rumors.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I personally would like a Bayonetta 3 as well, but...
I just don't want it to be, like, Nintendo exclusive again. At least with 2, as an example.
Yeah, I know, like, a lot of fans were just angry with 2 was being... I remember how they were all angry that 2 was an exclusive, and... Which was pretty sad.
I don't blame them on that, because honestly, I was upset too, myself, because...
It didn't bother me at all, because, you know, I was wanting Nintendo to get third-party support, but... To be fair... I don't know if you believe it, but the only reason why it was exclusive was because it was either Nintendo saving it or it was getting canceled. Like, Sega couldn't fund it.
No.
You didn't like it.
So it was either it became an exclusive or nobody else took it. It's one of those cases.
But, it's like they started all these petitions demanding they bring it over to PS3 and Xbox 360, and it's like Platinum Games. Even Hideki Kamiya, he was like, even though he didn't direct the game or anything, I didn't think he was even involved with the game. It's like he got on Twitter and he tried to tell fans, look, Nintendo has the say in the matter. If they're porting it, they're porting it, and if they're not, they're not. And then he also added, while you're at it, why don't you ask Mario and Zelda to get ported over? I couldn't help but laugh.
Well, admittedly, like, it's understandable why he would say that, because, you know, he is the director of Platinum Games.
He's the founder.
But, I don't know, I still feel as though that, you know, like, another Bayonetta game would be nice, but I just don't know when it would actually happen. That's the only thing I'm questioning currently.
I'm still hoping No More Heroes 3 becomes a thing. I have the first game, I haven't beaten it, and I haven't even gotten the sequel yet, the second game.
It's good, I'll tell you that much at least.
Suda51, he's a nut. I mean,
I can't even think of another way to put it.
He's just...
That's probably the best way.
He's funny, you know.
He's out there.
So it's just the humor he puts in these games, they just never fail to crack me up.
Right.
And the way he appeared on the press conference, he was like, yeah! Yeah, I guess that bombed.
Yeah.
And the translator had a tough time translating him.
Right.
Oh, goodness. Okay, I need to think
I
of some other games.
I mean, like, I feel as though that, like, as I said, there's not really many other like upcoming games and everything like that. I mean, there's franchises that we could potentially talk about from Nintendo itself, but
I would like to see.
it's too early to say anything about Pokemon because
We got the direct coming.
I don't know what they're gonna do. One, and Mario's gonna have at least something. We don't know
Right,
that.
definitely.
Because if we don't get a Mario every year, then oh, Mario's dead.
Yeah, the fans are gonna get all mad and upset. I wouldn't mind seeing. I felt like I would say a new Mario Tennis, but the infamous Ultra Smash, and the reason why I say it was infamous,
The last one, yeah.
they rushed it. There was no tournament mode and everything. It lacked the magic power tennis
It was
had on the
bland
GameCube.
and boring. At least from my perspective, it was bland.
Yes.
Well, I guess another one I can think of at least that I feel as though I can actually talk about is another sequel to Kid Icarus. I would like that.
Oh, yeah, I'd like that too. But what about a 3D ice climber game? Yay or nay?
I don't know. Ice Climbers was weird to begin with. I don't really know if that would. Like, I understand it was like an NES game, but here's the thing: like, what would you do? All you do is just climb a mountain.
Yeah, they should add more combat to it. Yeah, they need to add that.
I mean, they're ice climbers. They're not.
They could just get the character model from Smash Melee and Brawl.
Alright, hold on. Now, we're gonna get these models from Smash Brothers.
Well,
And
it's
now,
only
since
fair.
it's combat-oriented, we're gonna make them buff as all hell.
Oh gosh, no, I wasn't thinking about that. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, just randomly attack the.
Now, which one was the
animals with
girl?
your-
She's the one in pink. She looks about as buff as the dude.
Oh gosh, Nana and Popo, that's their names. That's not necessarily what I had in mind. I was just kind of hoping you can just whack the enemies with your hammer and just get the ice item.
But I
from
don't know,
Smash
though.
Brothers
I just don't know if that would be like a proper thing to think about. And, well, I would say, like, I would talk about the new Pikmin game. Hey Pikmin and everything like that. I would talk about it, but the thing is that it's coming out so soon that there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah. Pikmin 4. I even heard that development on Pikmin 4 was completed, but they didn't even announce it. They didn't show any trailers or anything. You think they're going to
Would
show
that count? Like, would you consider Hey Pikmin to be the quote-unquote Pikmin 4 at that point?
No. To me,
Okay.
that should be a spin-off.
Okay, fair enough. Then if it's gonna be like a lot of the other Pikmin games, at least in trends, gotta have 4 captains. You know I'm right. Pikmin 1 was 1, Pikmin 2 was Olimar and asshole. I mean, you know, Louis.
And the
And then there was
mayor.
3 with
Brittany,
the individuals.
Alf, and
Honestly, I can't even remember them.
Brittany and Alf. I remember them, but I couldn't remember the third guy.
Yeah. So if a Pikmin 4 does happen, then we're gonna have to have 4 captains. Then, otherwise, it's not a real Pikmin game.
Probably. But and another thing is too. You think they're going to introduce a new?
Pikmin, like, I just don't know if they're gonna make another one, at least so soon. And heck, honestly, Pikmin is scarce enough as it is when it comes to its sequels. I don't know.
Yeah, because like in the first game, you had to collect ship parts within 30 days, and there are 30 parts. 5 are not required, but in the sequel, you had to collect junk, which they call treasure, and then in the third game, fruit. What else can you collect in the fourth game?
Sperm samples.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh,
No, not really. I
okay.
got you. I fooled you. I showed you.
Oh, you
You
still get me.
fool. But anyways, like, what? Maybe random minerals like obsidian, iron. I mean, that's something potentially.
Diamonds, sapphire, ruby, which I know you briefly had that in like Pikmin 2, but yeah, I see your point.
I mean, that's the only other way it could potentially go outside of, oh hey, look, there's wildlife. Abduct them.
Oh gosh,
And then we'll stick a thing up their ass.
Ugh, creepy.
It'll be a special cutscene for every single one.
Now,
You get the little, like, you get the little bull bins and everything like that, and they're just terrified. You just stick a random thing up their ass.
Oh dear God, I'd hate that.
It's the Pikmin South Park crossover you never thought you wanted.
Oh God. I know they're saying like the Mario and Rabbids crossover thing. They don't. I know a lot of fans are saying they don't really want that to happen, but I kind of didn't want it either. But at the same time, I've been hearing people saying, "Oh gosh, I don't want this. I hope it fails." I think that's how do we say, a bit unfair.
You know what? That reminds me of another thing. Hang on. Let me just go back in time real quick. Oh yeah, Metroid Federation Force. I remember those days. People didn't want that, Metroid. So, sign a petition so we can get it canceled.
Yes.
It's not giving it a chance.
Yeah, I mean, just like, give it a chance. I know Federation Force, a lot of people are saying, yeah, it's not bad, it just shouldn't have been called Metroid is the thing, which, to an extent, I agree. I felt as though that it could have been a new IP.
I mean, I understand that, like, a lot of the game could have still been the same, and heck, honestly, since the suits could have been as similar as they were, I mean, you could still have, like, your Samus cameo here and there. I mean, that's probably okay.
Right. Excuse me. I didn't get much sleep last night.
No.
But
I don't really, like, it's just kind of, like, judging
early.
a game before it's even out, which, admittedly, I've done a few times, too. I'm still judging you, Sonic Mania.
Oh, God.
I thought I was getting a new game, but no, it's just a bunch of rehashed classic levels. You overrated pieces. I am not happy.
But yeah, personally, I kind of regret signing
That's for the
that
third party
petition.
thing. It's for the third party. Oh, then I'll just let out my Sonic rage then.
We'll save it for the third party. But
Yeah.
I still think Nintendo has got some old games that definitely deserve a sequel. I still think games like Eternal Darkness, Donkey Kong 64, and Super Princess Peach deserve sequels.
You know what, now that you bring that up, when was the last Donkey Kong game, now that I think about it?
Tropical Freeze back in 2014.
Really? Then, what has Retro Studios been up to in that time?
Yeah, I wonder that too.
Like, have they done anything? Because, like, I feel as though that since they're as big of a company as they are, like, why does no one talk about them? And I want to bring up the fact that Donkey Kong isn't a part of the Mario franchise. Nintendo, you stupid idiots. I'm just saying.
Oh gosh, here come Nintendo fanboys.
No, seriously, like, it's not a Mario, like, it's not a thing for Mario. Donkey Kong was before Mario, and now
Definitely.
it's mixed together, you know? What do you want us to do? I don't know. Something?
I still
Honestly,
think a 3D...
they still haven't done anything.
I still think it's possible to make another 3D Donkey Kong game. Like, I still kind of want to see a follow-up to...
Describe 3D Donkey Kong game.
a Donkey Kong 64 follow-up.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but I loved
No.
DK64. I thought that was a good game.
Oh, the collectibles.
Well, aside from that, I just like the
So
adventure feel.
many collectibles.
Yeah, okay, maybe I'll agree. Maybe there was too much collectathons in that.
So many collectibles.
We already had to get the golden bananas and I did the banana. So much stutter. The banana medals and those crowns, like, and then we had to get the rare and end
You
Nintendo
had to
coins.
get the banana coins, but not just any banana coins. You had to collect all the banana coins for each Kong. So there was like 5 different colored bananas and banana coins. You had to get all the different colored blueprints in every level. You see where I'm going with this? Donkey Kong
Gosh, yes.
64 sucks balls, and I'm sorry if you think otherwise, but that's just what I think.
Yeah. It's
I
a
wish I
matter of
was drunk
opinion.
right now, but no, I'm sober. Damn it.
Well, anyways, yeah,
And
maybe
then
if
there
they
was the
do
time
make
that
a
Donkey Kong
follow-up,
tried to make a second racing game,
Barrel
which wasn't
Blast.
Donkey Kong Racing. I
Well,
want
the
to point
first,
out, it's not Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong Racing. That was supposed to be a thing.
yeah, until Microsoft bought Rare.
Yeah, nah, that didn't happen. But we did get it. And it was Donkey Kong Barrel Beat. You know what that
Barrel
was?
Blast. Yes, I heard about that. That one really just, it sucked big time.
It's like trying to play bongos using the Wii in a racing game.
I know. Gosh, that was just like, why Nintendo? Where'd you get that idea? That's my grandfather sneezing.
Oh,
If you hear any,
are you sure? The way
Yeah.
it sounded like he's slowly getting stabbed to death.
Dude, really?
I mean, admittedly, it's very sharp and high pitched.
Yeah, he always sneezes loud. It makes me jump.
You'd be great in the precision platformer genre. Do you have floaty controls?
Oh gosh. Anyways,
But- I don't know. I think we've covered all the bases. I think, at least when it comes to first-party stuff.
how do you feel like this Donkey Kong 64 follow-up I want to see? I actually heard that Game-A-Lot, the team behind Golden Sun and Mario Golf and Tennis, they once talked
Camelot?
about making a Game-A-Lot. Yeah, they talked about making a 3D Donkey Kong game, like a sequel. I don't know if that's true or not, but if they're gonna make a
alright.
sequel,
I'll just say this, okay? This is my own personal thoughts. If you're gonna make a sequel, okay? I'm just gonna start with that. If you're gonna make a sequel to Donkey Kong 64, you need to hold back on the collectibles.
yes, I was about to say that. I'm gonna be fair on that.
'Cause that's a lot. That was a lot to take.
You're right, there was.
If we're gonna have honestly, bananas should not be collectibles. Like, it should be similar to like Mario coins and everything. That's my personal opinion.
True. Like now, worlds I would like to see. I know in the first game you had the classic jungle japes. If they want to bring that back, I guess that's fine. Because I would like to go through the minecarts again. Those were really fun.
Right.
The creepy castle. As much as I liked it, I do want to see something different. I guess a forest with a haunted mansion and 3 other or 2 smaller haunted houses. Kind of like a Mad Monster Mansion thing from Banjo-Kazooie. Except that Rare's not involved, which is fine. I wouldn't mind seeing a snowy mountain level, kind of like from Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Another thing, like DK Country 2, I wouldn't mind seeing either a pirate grotto level or something. Like, and of course there could have been a pirate ship, maybe a ghost ship that you could sneak onto somehow.
But it all depends on whether or not Nintendo realizes, oh wait, Donkey Kong has his own franchise.
They need to.
Right. But, I mean, it's been so long since the last one that unless Retro comes out and, you know, says, hey, we're making another Donkey Kong game. You guys like Donkey Kong, right? I don't really know, you know, what's going to happen to the big ape.
Me too. But, now, aside from Donkey Kong, what about Super Princess Peach 2? Do you think that's possible? Maybe like a studio title? No.
Not with the crap they pulled.
Well, I was alright with Peach getting her own game. One problem I didn't like, was the vibes, the feelings. They
those vibes, Scepter, huh? Yeah.
What they should have done, like if they wanted to have Perry.
I can't even say that. Like,
oh gosh.
I don't know how else to put it. That is clearly not family friendly.
Yes, you got that right.
Oh.
Like if they did give her a sequel, and they want to bring Perry back as her standard weapon, I guess that's fine and all, but just
I
bring in some Mario
that
power.
Scepter again.
Me too. I don't either.
I just don't honestly know what she could honestly do. And honestly,
Classic
given what
Mario
she does in the
power-ups.
game, it does make me question one big thing.
What's that?
She's easily able to destroy the Koopa Kingdom on her own.
Yes, and yet she keeps getting kidnapped.
It's all a play.
Oh
It's
my.
a stage act. I would like... Well, one of the bigger ones that I can say is another Mario Party, but I feel at least
You just triggered
from my
mind.
personal experience.
They need to
Go
get
back
rid of
to
the stupid
form.
car. Yes.
No,
Go-
I was just gonna say go back to form, because honestly, like I have, at least with Mario Party 9, it was okay for the most part.
Right.
10 is where I'm not seeing it anymore, especially because of the bull crap
Bowser mode.
Bowser Party.
He's overpowered.
I don't know how else to put it. Yeah.
I mean,
I
if
mean,
they
I
wanted
understand
to,
that's the point, but at least
Like-
from my perspective, I have only seen one time that Bowser has ever lost. It was only one time, but from as long as the game has been around, I feel as though personally it shouldn't have been that much. I feel as though it should have been a lot more, at least.
yeah, like if they wanted to have a Bowser mode, fine. Just don't make it overpowered and don't let him be the one to only win the game. Like if somebody were to land on a Bowser space, you know, let somebody control Bowser with the gamepad, but at the same time, just don't let him be overpowered.
What? I'm sorry. Zablau! That's a word.
Zablau.
Zablau!
Dr. Nick Peanut Butter, I assume.
We have him in... Oh, he's casting his dark magic in here. Thank you. It
Thank you
might
for
give
joining.
some energy. It'll help him beat the game.
Oh, like, if they're gonna port Mario Party 10 to the Switch, they need to make it a Mario Party 10 Deluxe, like, bring in a better game mode and bring in more mini games. But aside from that, here is what I really want to see them do with Mario Party. And I know some people are going to disagree. That's fine. That's only fair. But what I really want to see them do with the Mario Party series, I want to see a high definition remake of the first 3 Mario Party games. And let me explain. Let me finish. I want them to go back to the I want them to go back to the classic Mario Party formula. Just roll a die and you move on your own, collect 20 coins to get a star. They can bring back all the mini games, but I want to see like Daisy and Waluigi in the remakes of 1 and 2 if they do this, and they can have their own board map like Waluigi's
Okay, so I want to see if I'm getting this right. I think I kind of have this. You basically want the original games just remakes.
Only a remake of the first 3 games, but not 4, 5, 6, and 7. I know it's kind of like a Crash Insane Trilogy kind of thing, but it's just, I just think it would be kind of cool to see a remake of the first 3 Mario Party games like on today's standards. Like, if they're going to do the remake, I do want to see Daisy and Waluigi as playable characters. Like, and they can get their own board maps too. Like, I know on the first Mario Party you had Mario's Rainbow Castle, Luigi's The Engine Room, Peach's Birthday Cake, Yoshi's Tropical Island, Donkey Kong's Jungle Adventure, and Wario's Battle Canyon.
Right.
They could bring Daisy's cruise ship from Mario Kart Double Dash. And maybe Waluigi could have a sports stadium, golf, tennis, soccer. Okay, maybe that's not creative. I need to think of something. Maybe Waluigi's gym.
Waluigi's gym?
Okay, what do you have in mind? What would you think?
For Waluigi?
Yeah.
Because every, like, Nintendo game seemingly has it so far. Well, Waluigi's Casino.
Well, okay, I guess that'd be fine.
I mean, let's be honest. You know, Pokemon has a casino. Mario Party 3 had a gambling ring. Or space.
Mario Party 4 had a... Okay, that guy's bad.
Okay.
Jabaloo for
got a response.
Mario and E3 Jabaloo. Who is this?
Okay.
Man.
Okay. I need to see if that's actually a thing.
Alright, take your time.
Sablau.
But like, they got to get rid of the control stick spinning mini games. Because that caused controversy back in the first game.
Okay, I know what Zablau is. That is not something I would like to have in Mario. I cannot say it out loud.
Okay, please don't.
I'll just put it this way. It's on Urban Dictionary.
Okay. I'm gonna look it up after the stream, okay?
I'll tell you afterwards.
Alright, that sounds fine. But back to this.
That sounds better.
Back to this Mario Party remake I want to see. Like, they want to add some more mini games. Like 2 versus 2 mini games. Mario or Luigi.
Wait, I just thought of it. Mario or Luigi? Wait. What's the question?
Like, what's your question? What do you mean, man?
Like, I can't answer that question if it's just Mario or Luigi. Unless we're talking about personal favorites, and in that case... Luigi?
Well. But anyways, yeah, they can bring back the minigame island. And I don't want to have to buy minigames with coins. Just let me unlock the minigames. Just, you know, let me go through
that in 2, though.
Yeah, and in 2, you had to buy them again. And I just thought that was stupid. You know, the minigame coaster, that was fine. And minigame island, that was fine. You could have just went through all them to unlock the minigames.
I mean, I understand that.
But, what I'd like to see now in this supposed Mario Party HD trilogy remake, I would like to see in Mario Party 2 they could add another board map, like you know how in Mario Party 2 you had the Western Land, you were all dressed up as cowboys, and Space Adventures you were space patrollers, and Horror Land you were wizards, and Pirate Land you were pirates, and Mystery Land you were archaeologists. I would like to see at least one more, if not 2 more board maps based on something like that. Zelda's Majora's Mask remake in E3. I don't know.
It already happened, though.
We already had that for the 3DS. I would say that's a good thought, but...
What else do you want, though? I mean, it already happened.
A Link to the Past remake?
That's a Link Between Worlds.
Oh.
It's a different story, but it pretty much is.
But yeah. In a like Mario Party 3 remake, I don't know. I mean, just bring back the same character roster, but kind of add. They could bring back the solo mini games in Mario Party 2 and 3 remakes.
As long as they just do one thing, at least for Mario 1, don't do the spinning of like one of the sticks.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. I was trying to talk about that earlier.
They're gonna have to give out a second wave of, well, gloves in order to repair, in order to somewhat cover the cost of that.
True. One question: would you rather they just use motion control and the Joy-Cons?
See, that's a tricky one because they already did that for Mario Party 8.
No.
We discussed that like new Star Fox thing a long time ago. But
yeah,
to cover it like briefly discuss it, I don't see it happening, mainly because
of the
Star Fox Zero kind of bombed. So that's my opinion of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't see it happening either. But like Mario Golf, do you think they're going to announce a new one?
If it's going to be the same as Mario Tennis Ultra Smash,
no. Just
yeah.
Bring it. If there's going to be another Mario Golf, we need extra content.
Honestly, it'd probably be as likely as another Mario Baseball.
Yeah, we're already getting this Splatoon 2 Doctor.
It's coming out so soon that, honestly, like, what do we really need to talk about?
But, Captain Toad, should we get a sequel to that?
Yeah. Oh, no, wait, I think Captain Toad got his own game.
Yeah, he got his own game on Wii U. I figured maybe we could get a sequel. But just have him and Toadette and go on a big adventure. I don't want to see neither one.
I guess that's okay. I guess.
I guess so too. I just don't want them. I just don't want the whole kidnapping formula that they've done in the Mario games.
But it's Mario. It's a tradition.
I know.
It's about as tradition as, well, a lot of things, admittedly, that are really dumb and stupid.
I know. That might be true there too. Personally though, I would like to see another Mario Baseball and another Mario Strikers. I don't know. How
Mario Strikers would be great too. Pretty much like
those
almost
were fun.
any of like, you know. Honestly, I would say just Mario Strikers because that's the only one where, like, at least the second game was still as good, if not better, than the original.
Yeah. I think Bowser Jr.'s intro was just his away intro was stupid. He's like, "Grr, roar."
It still doesn't beat the
And his theme
Waluigi shop. I'm sorry, that's still the best. And if you think otherwise, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Oh gosh,
Lord,
I kind of wish
it's
Proton
amazing.
John was watching this. They make fun. We know how much he likes Waluigi. Big shout out to the guy.
Who says he's not already in the chat?
I would actually just laugh if he just posted a comment right now.
If I just sign in and just put in Proton John as my username, would that help?
No.
Oh,
Wishful
I've
thinking.
ruined my plan.
Do you think they need to revive the Wario series? Wario Land?
A QEA?
Is that a typo? Don't you mean Q&A?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, the only other Q&A I'm looking at is Quality Engineering Associates, but I don't think that's it.
Well, anyways, I was thinking maybe they could make a Wario Land, a new Wario Land series, or like a reboot. I still think
Another
Wario
Wario game?
World. Yes. Or they could do
I still honestly think this, a Waluigi game is still something I personally would like.
I wouldn't mind saying that too. It's either that, or if they do make a Wario Land game, they can do a, they could just add him as Wario's partner. I know
It's
this.
like, no, it'd be like a Mario and Luigi game, except it's Wario and Waluigi.
Well, not a role-playing game, just like a platform adventure.
Admittedly, I want this to be one of the games. Wario and Waluigi, partners in crime.
Oh, I was about to say that earlier, but I didn't know if that would be a good game name. But maybe it might be true. Maybe it might be possible. That's something I'd still like to see.
I mean, to me, it just seems like something that, like, it should be done.
Say Mario. Mario! Yeah, like that old NES commercial where everyone around the world is cheering Mario. I think you've seen that, haven't you?
But, yeah.
But anyways,
But honestly, like, you know, I would actually like to have that. It's most likely never gonna happen, but
I heard the Wario Land games never did sell well. Especially Wario World on the GameCube. I still want to see a third Wario, another 3D Wario game.
Because a lot of the Wario games are not your traditional Mario games. That's probably why.
Yeah. And it's like, there was this German Nintendo comic. It was a retelling of A Christmas Carol. Wario was Scrooge, and Bomberman, of all things, was his assistant. And when Wario goes into the future, he gets a new game, but the store tells him that really nobody likes that Wario game. Nobody likes him, so he's not getting any other games. But they do mention the next Mario game. So it's like maybe they kind of made fun of that. Like, maybe a new exclusive game. Well,
what would they do? I mean, like, as far as I'm considered, they've got all their bases covered.
E3 2014 for Nintendo, almost everything they showed was an exclusive. The original Bayonetta wasn't a... I didn't count that because it was just an announcement, not a showing. They were just saying, hey, in case you missed out on Bayonetta, we're going to bring you the original bundled with 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be nice to see Wario Land come back.
Like, what would their new exclusive game be? Another F-Zero? You're funny, guys. You're funny. But in all seriousness,
Giant Robot.
A giant robot. You know what? Honestly, if I would like that to be a new Mario game. Just Mario and a giant robot, just like beating the crap out of people. That'd be great, at least in my opinion, because it would make me happy. Because
like,
I'm a teenager, and what do you expect? I'm a teenager, so I expect really stupid things that really not many people would actually like. But really, though, like, I just don't know what they would actually do. I think, for the most part, the only kind of things that they haven't done yet, as far as I know, is a God game like Sims or, you know, SimCity examples.
Never was a fan of SimCity.
Yeah.
A new game like Smash Brothers or new Smash Brothers Bayonetta. Well, I mean, Bayonetta is DLC in the Wii U and 3DS version, but I don't expect a brand new Smash Brothers anytime soon. It's just right now, I kind of...
It's been like, what, 1-2 years since it's originally been out?
Yeah. All we just need is a port.
And, like, a new game like Smash Brothers, like, what would be the point in that? Because let's be serious, like, I don't care what anyone says. This is, in my opinion, like, truth. Like, a Smash Brothers game is a system seller. If Smash Brothers is going to be on it, it's going to sell copies.
Totally.
But a new Bayonetta, I would completely be happy about that. I would love a new Bayonetta. But I still go with, at least my opinion, of it shouldn't be an exclusive.
Yeah. But, I need to think of something else. Do you think... This is something I really would love to see Nintendo do, but I really doubt they'll do it. And I know you're probably not going to like it, but... Do you think they would make a Super Bowl Mario football game?
I already have that. It's called Mario Strikers.
No, I'm talking about the American sport, football.
Oh, the American football, where you don't really use your foot at all. Okay.
Aside from just kicking it to the goal.
Well, that's a weird thing, because, like, at least from my perspective, Mario is more about being broad in, like, a world, like, definition in a way.
Let's see, you got the kart racing, you got golf, you got tennis, baseball, even though there was only like 2 games. Same with the striker games, which is soccer.
Yeah.
And there was like Mario Sports Mix on the Wii. There was hockey, volleyball, and...
Oh, wait. I think there's only one type of Mario game that doesn't exist yet. And I want it to stay that way. Mario Dating Sim.
No, we don't need a dating sim.
Yeah, I already like Bowser. I don't want it to go any further than that. Thank you very much.
It's not Nintendo, but Metal Gear Survivor you think is a bad or a good game?
I think we kind of talked about that in the... Was it the Microsoft? Or?
Yeah. Let me just say, if it was just a new IP instead of Metal Gear, maybe it probably would have been good, but no, they just
It'd
had to
probably
make
just
Left
be
4 Dead.
like another Left 4 Dead type of game, probably, but I mean, it's too early to say on whether or not it's a good or a bad game. But the fact that it's, as far as I can consider it, just another zombie game, I already have low expectations.
Yeah, I still think it's not going to be a good game.
A good gate? That's what I heard.
Game. I need to speak up,
It's a-
clearly.
It's a bad game.
Bad game.
It's a bad gate. All right, we need. What is this? Like all the metal is like rusting and everything. Come on. And this is called a Metal Gear Survivor. Come on. But moving on, though. Mario's done everything. Pokemon. Honestly, like, I don't know what they're going to be doing currently. I mean, tomorrow they're having a Pokemon Direct, so maybe we'll have something to talk about then. And
Yeah, totally.
honestly, if we decide to do, like, an entire segment on the Pokemon Direct, but...
I don't think so. I
Bad.
just want to... Maybe, just maybe tomorrow, if I feel like it, I might just do a third-party E3 video.
Third party, probably like a
I
additional
know-
segment on Pokemon maybe at the beginning.
I don't know.
Just to get
Speaking
that
of
going and over
Pokemon,
with.
I actually heard Tecmo Koei wanted to do a Pokemon Dynasty Warriors.
No.
No. You think a...
Do I think a chair can be a new Pokemon? Didn't you know? Anything can be a new Pokemon. Including monotone sludge. And let your adults' minds think of what it is. You're welcome.
Well, we already know a candle was a Pokemon. And a garbage Pokemon.
A candle, a chandelier, the infamous keyring, and anyone who says that that's a bad Pokemon, I point out Voltorb and Electrode.
They're just Pokeballs.
Yeah, I know. No. See, what you do is that you have a Pokeball, and you put eyes on it. That's a
True.
Voltorb. And then you
Yes.
turn it upside down. You erase those previous eyes, and you put eyes on where the white is. There you go. There's a new Pokemon. We're so good. It is
Totally.
good, right, guys? But I hope that answers your question.
They might. That's all I can say is they might. I'm also trying to think. I think I'm about ready to just give up. I can't think of anything else. I mean, like I mentioned, back to like Super Mario RPG. Like if they did a remake or a sequel. Remember the Axiom Rangers? Believe it or not, they are a spoof of the Power Rangers.
Which is
parody.
an adaptation of Super Sentai. For those
Good.
of you who don't know.
What are the if there was ever a sequel or a remake, what are the odds of them making a sixth member, the Blue Axiom Ranger?
He's got to be more powerful than all the other Axiom Rangers.
Just
Because
like
it's Sixth Ranger logic.
True. And then there was like the Cooper brothers from Paper Mario. They're basically a parody of the Ninja Turtles.
Where's the female one?
Oh gosh, don't get me started on that.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, it was awful, wasn't it?
Yep. Something that didn't need
Oh.
to be made.
Already, it was bad enough because the animatronics that were going on in their faces were already melting anyway, so you already had a decent, like, animatronics for the face just turn into, like,
And Devil May
melting
Cry
mass.
for me,
Oh.
reboot, it's a bad game. They can continue after 4. What do you think? I think so
Oh,
too.
okay.
A Devil May Cry 5,
Okay.
legit Devil May Cry 5 would be good, but I kind of do want to save that for a third-party video tomorrow. Just standard third-party games.
I understand with like a lot of people like saying that the reboot was bad. First of all, I do get that. I didn't like it either. Right? I personally didn't. But for me, I think it was mainly the fact that like it just didn't have all of the other features that the other games had. So that's probably what it was. But I know they can't continue after 4, but remember, you know, we actually do have like a good amount of time between, you know, the storyline throughout the main series. Because what was the third game? It was a prequel to the first one. So there's potential possibility to have Dante, at least in the main series, discovering when he was actually going around and kicking ass. That's a thing. I mean, it's something.
True. But anyways, yeah, I think that's kind of all I've got for what I want to see in Nintendo's E3 press conference. I know there's, like you said, we just gotta wait and see what they're gonna announce. But personally, still,
Really?
I know we had like that Robot Chicken sketch and that Muppet sketch. I still want to see Nintendo.
I know they're gonna do it. I know exactly that they're gonna do something like that, just something silly and goofy, because the Switch announcement and all the games that were coming on it, oh, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah. Like,
especially with the Splatoon trailers that they do. Oh.
Yeah, but like I said, like that Cartoon Network video I mentioned, I've already copied the link, and I'm gonna post it in the. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, what I was gonna say was that I remembered that at least. Okay, first of all, I don't know who you are, but I want you out of this chat. Because Devil May Cry 2 is terrible, alright? And anyone who says otherwise is clearly wrong and hasn't played either 3 or the first one. Hell, I'll even say that 4 was good. And it's mainly good because I love those grabs that you could perform and just do amazing counters. Have you seen those? Those are amazing.
Honestly, I'd rather play 2 than the reboot.
I mean,
I'll
honestly, that's where I'm like on the opposite of that. I'd rather play the reboot than the second one because the second one's just boring. It's really just boring. But moving on to what I was originally going to say, I have heard rumors about a Pokken tournament too, and I don't know how to feel about that. I honestly don't. I mean, it's interesting.
I'd rather play 2 than the reboot.
Wait, hang on. Are we still talking about Devil May Cry? Wait.
But like I said, I still want to see Nintendo do that that one thing like I mentioned Cartoon Network did.
Yeah, see, he knows. He knows what I'm talking about. Why'd you bring it up then? Fucking liar. But anyways though, yeah, I think that a Pokken Tournament 2 does have opportunity to be there, and it has a chance for an actually like good roster, because I still don't understand how chandeliers can be fighters. I'm just saying.
Yes. Hell, legitimately.
Like, I mean, it's inventive that they did it, but that doesn't mean it makes sense.
But I personally wouldn't mind seeing gosh, what else can we get? Oh yeah, I gotta talk about this. I gotta give a shout out to Yarrick, who appeared on Review Tech USA's Nintendo podcast videos. I don't know if it was a podcast. Like he was doing a stream of Nintendo's troubles back in 2013, and then one about the Nintendo Switch when they were still in the Nintendo NX era. Yurik, I really do like this idea. I don't know if the fans are going to agree, but I kind of do want to see that Zelda Metroid thing. Like he mentioned, he wanted to see Samus riding on a horse, shooting arrows out of her cannon. Zelda...
Nintendo having an exclusive hack and slash game. 2 examples: Hyrule Warriors and Fire Emblem Warriors.
Well, that's all we're getting right now. I mean, or like an original new IP.
Like, what would they do? Like,
I don't know about like getting Mad World as an exclusive, but if you want my opinion, here's something they should have done. I don't know if you remember it, but back in like the GameCube era, they were in development of a game called Raven Blade, and I heard it was supposed to be a role-playing game. But what I really thought they should have done was take Raven Blade and turn it into something dark and gritty. Or another shout out to Review Tech USA. He wanted to see Nintendo collaborate with Capcom on a Trojan reboot.
a Trojan reboot?
Yeah, he wants to see like a 3D platformer hack and slash Trojan game. He mentioned this on the before. I think he deleted the video. Like he mentioned, like a lot of people were saying Nintendo should have just canceled the Wii U and come out with a new system. And he was like, didn't you forget what Sega did back then with the 32X and the Saturn? Yeah, Nintendo's nowhere near that. Studio Foe.
I know what that is. I know what that is. That has nothing to do about Nintendo.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, man. But
do you know what it is?
No, we'll worry about it later. But anyways,
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, but that Zelda and Metroid crossover thing, how do you feel about that? Kind of like a Jetsons meet the Flintstones kind of thing. That's exactly what Yarrick said.
A Metroid and Zelda crossover?
Well, I mean, could you imagine Zelda... No. Could you imagine Samus riding on a horse through Hyrule and shooting arrows out of her cannon?
You know, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Why would she ever do that?
I don't know. It was just something Yarrick wanted to see.
Yeah, well, apparently he has dumb ideas. Because, like, let's be honest, that cannon she has never has ever needed to recharge. It doesn't seem to use any ammo, so, you know...
So, yeah, if she were to shoot arrows, it'd be infinite. But I mean, I like Yarrick.
At that point, it'd be like...
But I doubt that idea will ever happen.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. It's just...
Don't worry, man.
Oh, that... I was not expecting about Studio FOW. Okay. I was not expecting that.
We just need some laughs.
But that's what I thought I was here for.
You are.
He's taking my job! You're gonna have to leave. You're taking my job!
Hey, I need laughs from all y'all, alright? But yeah, that Raven Blade game I wanted to see, they should have turned it into something dark and gritty. A hack and slash.
It's weird because, like, you know, Raven Blade was actually, you know, made by Retro Studios, and for some reason it didn't happen.
I heard it was like they failed to impress Nintendo or something like that, and Miyamoto wasn't thrilled about it. And
what, did Nintendo just suddenly have this major amount of, like, quality that they wanted?
It's hard to say.
Because if anyone says, "Oh, Nintendo has like a major amount of quality in their games," the NES.
Yeah.
Remember those games that had the Nintendo seal of quality? Because anyone who has that means that, yeah, it ran
Not
on
every
the
game
system
they made was
at that
quality.
point. I'll put it that way. Every game that, like most of the time, games that had the Nintendo seal of quality just meant, yeah, it could run on the system.
What about a game like Pitfall for Nintendo? I don't know.
Pitfall? I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but, like, that just doesn't seem like a really, like, impressive game. Because, I mean, if it's Pitfall, then I guess, like, Zelda could probably count as it.
True.
Because imagine all the pits you fall into in that game.
Could you imagine Nintendo getting a new Star Wars Rogue Squadron-like game?
No.
No. Yeah. That's...
Yeah, you wanna know why? Because EA owns the license currently.
Oh, yes. The evil empire. And Nintendo haters.
I suppose we could talk about that when it comes to the third-party part. But
if you want to, we could. But
I have a lot to say during that segment, so I would like to come back.
yeah.
If the host would have me. And not have
you off tomorrow.
And not have the chat start stealing my job! Why would you do this to me? I've been here only one day.
And a remake of Resident Evil Gaiden? I don't think so. I don't know if that'll happen.
I mean, Resident Evil Gaiden? Like,
yep.
all that really is just... I don't know how else to put it, but that's the Game Boy game. And not only that, like,
so well.
I mean, it's cool, but it wasn't good. At least that's my perspective of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's any, like, Resident Evil game that needs to be booted or get a remake...
2's getting a remake.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was going to say 3. Because no one really likes it, and I'm like, screw you, I like 3.
3 as well. It's like...
I hear so much hate for 3, and I don't understand why. But, yeah, I mean...
I don't know what else to say. I really think that's all I got to say.
I think that's pretty much all the bases covered, and really everything else we have is probably just considered nitpicking at that point, probably.
I know. I think that's
Either
all.
that or just wish fulfillment. That's another way to put it, probably.
Maybe they'll announce some other small things like new Joy-Con controllers. Remake of Ninja Gaiden.
We already got that, though. It's called Ninja Gaiden.
2004 on the... Wait, is it a remake?
Yeah.
I heard that the Xbox
remake
game...
reboots.
I heard they were just
if we're talking about a remake of Ninja Gaiden, alright, I'll be fair enough. Like, I need an explanation of which one we're talking about. Is it, like, the reboots, the one with, you know, latex wearing, you know, Ryu, or the original one?
The ones Itagaki made. I thought they were prequel games. I read somewhere that they took place before the NES trilogy.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But like I said, let's save that for the third-party video. Are you off tomorrow, man? Do you think you get some time tomorrow?
I got time.
Okay. I do work tomorrow, so if you want to come back, same time.
Around the same time? Okay.
I don't know about same time. Maybe if I'm out long, maybe we could do it at either hashtag bring back Hatsune Miku Day. You might want to go to Sega for that.
We need our Vocaloids. We need our girl. We need our
I got a
female
confession to
anime
make.
waifus.
But anyways, tomorrow, I think I might do my E3 third-party prediction video. Maybe around 5:30. And if I don't get back home in time after work, maybe 6. But when I get home, I'll send you a friend request, man. And well, I've already got you as my friend.
Hang on, you brought me on here, and I'm not your friend. Why would you do this to me? Is that why I'm bound up in this chair?
This guy
Because I was brought here
guys.
against my will? Why? Why?
Yep.
No! I shall not be silenced! The people must know the truth! I will not be...
An invite is what I meant to say. Let me tell you something. Mondays at work, I'm always going to get nailed with a headache. And I can't stand it. Okay. Alright, I can't pronounce your username, but I'll just start with Dr. MR, Nick PBR. If you want to see more what I do on my channel, I've been like streaming lately, and I will do third-party game E3 coverage tomorrow. If you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. And David, I will send you a invite. I'll be streaming another game. And you can join in if you want to, because I know you got so much to say on Sonic. Like I said, the time is it'll either be 5:30 if I can get home in time after work. If not, then maybe 6. But like I said, I'll keep you guys updated. And after all our insane discussions, just let us know in the comments below on what you think. Should Nintendo adapt to these ideas, or what would you like to see from Nintendo, and what do you believe they're going to share or show? Colored neon Joy-Cons. Alrighty. Thank you for watching, guys. This is Optimus N64 signing out, and have a good one. And I'll see you tomorrow, David. So long.